Imagine the sky going faint around mid-evening, the sun evaporating behind the moon, extending an unnerving sunset across the land. An all-out solar eclipse is one of nature's most remarkable and unprecedented scenes. On April 8, 2024, an important total solar eclipse will sweep across North America, plunging segments of Mexico, the US, and Canada into daytime darkness. This extraordinary celestial event has astronomy enthusiasts humming with excitement, yet it also has experts giving crucial safety alerts. In this reality-packed video, we'll investigate why there are so many precautions surrounding the 2024 eclipse and what you need to know to safely observe it. We'll examine how this eclipse differs from the significant 2017 event that dazzled millions. And for those new to eclipse chasing, we'll cover the basics of what causes a solar eclipse. So stay tuned as we share essential tips to help you make the most of this amazing experience. Whether you intend to be in the path of totality or observe a partial eclipse from your own backyard, the 2024 total solar eclipse is one divine show you won't want to miss. The Great North American Eclipse 2024, a brilliant celestial event, will grace the skies over North America. A total solar eclipse, often referred to as the Great North American Eclipse, will cast its shadow across the continent, instantly transforming day into night along its path. This staggering phenomenon occurs when the moon perfectly aligns between the Earth and the sun, completely blocking the sunlight and creating a stunning sunset. The eclipse's path will begin in Mexico at around 11:07 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, making its most significant landfall on the Pacific coast. As the moon's shadow crosses the country, it will enter Texas around 1:27 p.m. Central Daylight Time. From that point, the path of totality, the narrow strip of land where the sun will be completely obscured, will cut a swath through the heart of the U.S. states fortunate enough to fall within this path. These states include Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. As the eclipse advances across the continent, the duration of totality will vary depending on location. Skywatchers in Durango, Mexico, and Fredericksburg, Texas, will be treated to a remarkable 4 minutes and 26 seconds of total darkness, while the entire North American continent will experience at least a partial solar eclipse. Only those located within the 100 to 125-mile wide path of totality will have the honor of witnessing the breathtaking sight of a total eclipse. This celestial event is expected to draw millions of eclipse fans to prime viewing locations along the path, with cities, towns, and remote areas preparing for a surge of visitors eager to immerse themselves in the moon's shadow. As excitement builds for this once-in-a-lifetime event, authorities across the country are diligently planning to address the challenges that come with such a massive influx of interest. Tourism warnings and alerts surrounding the 2024 eclipse highlight not only the wonder and excitement but also the cause for concern among officials and local authorities. With thousands of people expected to flock to the path of totality stretching across the nation, the anticipated strain on public health infrastructure and resources is significant. To mitigate risks and ensure a smooth experience for both residents and guests, a series of urgent warnings and advisories have been issued across the affected states. One of the most pressing concerns is the potential traffic congestion as eclipse chasers converge upon the narrow path of totality. Roads and highways are likely to become severely congested, especially in rural areas where infrastructure is often limited and two-lane roads are the norm. The sudden influx of vehicles could quickly lead to gridlock, making it difficult for emergency vehicles to navigate the crowded streets and respond to emergencies efficiently. To address these risks, state and local officials are strongly encouraging residents and visitors to prepare in advance. They suggest stocking up on essential supplies like food, water, fuel, and medications in the days leading up to the eclipse. By doing so, individuals can reduce the need for last-minute trips and help prevent shortages at local stores, which may not be equipped to handle the sudden surge in demand. Officials in Lorain County, Ohio, have warned that the increased burden on local resources could lead to shortages of food and fuel supplies. In addition to traffic-related concerns, the strain on emergency services and healthcare facilities is another significant worry. Large crowds inherently bring a higher risk of accidents, injuries, and medical emergencies. Rural hospitals and clinics, which often operate with limited resources and staff, may find themselves overwhelmed. To address this issue, some counties are proactively sending additional medical personnel and resources to key locations along the path of totality, ensuring they are better prepared to handle any emergencies that may arise. Communication is another critical aspect that officials are addressing. With vast numbers of people attempting to share their eclipse experience through calls, texts, and social media posts, cell towers may become overloaded. This situation poses not only a nuisance for visitors trying to stay connected with family and friends, but also raises concerns about the ability to contact emergency services if needed. Mobile service providers, such as T-Mobile, are taking proactive measures to minimize disruptions and ensure reliable connectivity. These efforts include deploying additional cell sites and conducting ongoing network monitoring to identify and resolve any issues promptly. The burden on local resources has prompted officials to take extraordinary measures. In Kerr County, Texas, Judge Rob Kelly issued a disaster declaration on March 4th, expressing concerns that the influx of visitors could deplete food and fuel supplies and strain city and county infrastructure beyond capacity. This declaration enables the county to access additional resources and funding to better manage the challenges associated with the eclipse and ensure the safety and well-being of both residents and guests. Schools within the path of totality are also faced with a difficult decision: to stay open or close for the day. While the eclipse presents an incredible educational opportunity, student safety and logistical concerns must be considered. Many districts have chosen to close for the day, citing potential traffic congestion and the risk of students damaging their eyes by improperly viewing the eclipse. By closing schools, officials aim to alleviate the burden on local infrastructure and ensure that students can safely participate in the eclipse with their families. Even pet owners are being urged to take precautions during the eclipse. The sudden onset of darkness may cause animals to exhibit unusual behavior, such as increased anxiety or confusion. Experts advise keeping pets indoors during the eclipse and providing them with a safe, comfortable space to retreat to if needed. Pet owners should also ensure they have an ample supply of food and any necessary medications on hand, as traffic congestion and crowds may make it difficult to reach stores in the days surrounding the event. As April approaches, officials are working diligently to prepare their communities for the unique challenges that the Great North American Eclipse will bring. By issuing warnings and advisories, they aim to promote a safe and enjoyable experience for all who wish to witness this striking celestial event. Through careful planning, coordination, and communication, officials hope to minimize disruptions and ensure that the eclipse remains a cherished memory for years to come. So as you prepare for the Great North American Eclipse of 2024, heed the warnings and advisories issued by officials. Stock up on essentials and be patient with the inevitable challenges that come with an event of this magnitude. Remember, while the eclipse may be brief, the memories will last a lifetime. While the Great North American Eclipse of 2024 and the Great American Eclipse of 2017 are both spectacular celestial events, the differences in timing, duration, path, and scientific context make the upcoming eclipse truly unique. As we prepare to stand in the moon's shadow and marvel at the sun's ethereal corona, the Great North American Eclipse of 2024 will be an event remembered for generations to come.